Your 40-day total, $1,382,800. And you've now been a Jeopardy champion for 40 days and 40 nights.
Amy Schneider, our 40-day champion. What an honor it has been to watch you at this game. I have to ask, what's been the best part of the experience for you?
The people, 100%. Everybody that I've worked with here, whether it's the contestant coordinators, hair and makeup, just everybody involved at Jeopardy has just been a delight to be around. And I'm, genuinely going to miss them.
What will you miss most about being here? Part of our Jeopardy family for over 2 months now.
Yeah, it's such an intense experience. And the feeling of it, sort of suddenly being over was really, a little overwhelming in the moment of just it just, you have to be so focused. And it's been my whole life for the last few months. And to just have that taken away, it's wow, what do I do with my life? What was I doing before? Yeah.
All right, I want to take us back to that last game. As it was going along, how were you feeling? Where was your mind? What were you thinking?
I had thought that Roan was going to be tough going into it. I loved hanging out with him. We had great conversations before the taping, but I could also tell that he, was here to play and that he was going to be good. And I don't know, I did just sort of feel I didn't have, it feels weird to say it like this, I didn't have the killer instinct that I felt like maybe I needed. And, it wasn't much, and I still came very close to winning. But I did sort of feel like maybe I'm slipping a little bit. And once he got off to, it was clear he was fast on the buzzer, I was like, this is gonna be a battle all the way.
What was it like spending so much time with our GOAT, Ken Jennings?
I didn't know how he would be as a host, how he would be sort of behind the scenes or whatever. But he's so nice, very self-deprecating, and he just really sets everybody at ease, and doesn't put any added pressure on the contestants because we're all putting enough pressure on ourselves, and he just really keeps a nice, chill attitude that was really nice.
What was it like to hear him say, I'm sure glad I'm hosting and not playing against you, Amy Schneider, right now?
I think, he's still Ken Jennings. I think he could still do pretty good against me, but it's really been an honor. I mean, just to really know that, I'm, one of the most successful people at a game I've loved since I was a kid, wanted to be on since I was a kid, and just to know that I'm part of its history now, I don't even know how to process it.
So as a 40-day champion, you always knew the next record was going to be Ken Jennings at 74. What was going through your mind with that?
I wasn't really thinking about it yet. I mean, I wasn't completely not thinking about it, but what it was more than anything was just really having been through this and the amount of energy that it takes. I could have gone and won 10 more games, and then gone and won 10 more games, and then gone and won 10 more games after that. I still would not have caught up with him. And I just I didn't think I was gonna make it that far. I thought it was gonna, collapse at some point. And I think I probably would have, whatever had happened today. So I'm even more impressed by that record now than I was before I had this experience.
Well, when you get home, what's the first thing you're gonna do you think?
I really think just take some time to let it sink in and to process. I mean, there is, I'm still kind of thinking about that last Final Jeopardy and some of the things I missed and all that sort of thing. But, set aside the one loss at the end and really focus on the amazing thing that I've done and, take the time to really feel it.
So, Amy, a lot of people have been watching your journey. They're curious about your story. And what would you like to share with them?
It's really important to do two things, and one of them is to be proud of your identity, to own your identity and to accept your identity, and the other thing is to not make that, you don't have to let that define you, that the great things about you are the same things that are great about anybody. Whatever it is in your case, your intelligence, your kindness, your courage, your, any of those things, that's who you are, just as much as any other part of your identity. And you deserve to be celebrated for all of those things.
One final question. You're now a part of the Jeopardy history books. When people think about Amy Schneider, the Jeopardy contestant, what do you hope they think of?
I think I like to think that I've just been going through it with the right attitude of being open to it, being excited by it, but not letting it sort of overwhelm me or define me. You know, I'm Amy Schneider, the person that I was before and still am, and I just had, you know, a great run on Jeopardy. That's all.
You certainly did. We loved watching every minute of it, and we can't wait to see you in the Tournament of Champions. Congratulations, Amy.
Thank you.